Wow, I'm reminded when I was a kid, my mother bought a piano. Come to find out, it was a spinet, and I remember my first recital. I can remember little things like that. First little tune I remember was my first waltz, but the Indian Pony Race. Bump, 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 bump. Okay, that set me up because every year my teacher would have an annual recital, and I was featured. I wasn't featured, but what it was is that I was amongst other students. I mean, this was the organist at the church. She was teaching piano, and I was one of the students. and I was at the recital. But what got my attention was I played my song, and after I did my song, boy, those people got up and clapped and stomped their feet and made a bunch of noise. And as a kid, it scared me. I guess, okay. But I wasn't used to that much attention. But yeah, you got to remember, I was a kid treated like Jesus, the way I felt. So it's like, my goodness, okay, I'm getting a little attention. And I guess I had to adapt because a lot of people don't know how to adapt to attention. Let me just go my way for a minute. There's attention and then there's tension. I didn't want to be under tension, and I didn't want to be under pretension. Why am I bringing all this stuff up during this period? Well, they told me don't self edit. Let's just do it this way because it just happens to cross my mind. I'm reminded because I was supposed to talk about the miracles of music. Ooh, that's good too. Like ministers of music. MOM. But no, what I was going to mention in this context was oh, I like to study the commentary. There's Matthew Henry and there's the Strongs. And Strong's breaks it down Greek, Hebrew, and I like to kind of ponder upon the languages that people talk. Because talk is talk. And there was word of mouth before all things were written down into that particular way of interpretation. I'm going to put that out there and say it like this because now I remember going everywhere, but as soon as I got home, I had to pretend I'm a kid again. I'm guilty. And let me remark on that. Guilty. I'm guilty. Not only did I get caught, I'm guilty, and I have an everlasting life. Uh-oh. I was supposed to tell you about me, but now I got off on another tangent. So let me just go off on the other tangent because now I'm talking about, do you know, and my own dad taught me this, the only people that really are suffering is the ones that got caught. I remember times when I didn't get caught. Oh, I thought I could do it again. Until, oops, I said that word. This is my favorite today. Do you know if you till the ground, I'm pretty sure you're taking it and grooming it, but try to untill that ground. Gets a little raggedy. And when I think about it, it's like, okay, everything is fine until. Just think of that one word. One word. That's almost like pretend and phony. Yeah. I'm surprised at how much I've learned. I don't know how to speak other people's language, but the language that was dropped off on me is, man, my goodness, vicious. I used to wonder when I was a kid, uh, Latin was a forbidden, I think, language, or, and I'm going through things now with, this almost World War III. All it takes is one more person to join in, and it's World War III. They're trying to prevent something. Well, let me get off that subject for a minute and get to the subject of music. Because when I found out that music opened the doors, oh, I took advantage of it. I am a kid until I get into the music, but when I get into it, and people have been telling me for years, Garrick, when you're into it, you're into it. And if I'm pretending and faking, and that's just, what do we call it? We call it performance or whatever. I'm not down with the language. And understand one thing, I'm trying to teach myself while I'm trying to teach us. Ooh, I'm trying to unteach us until. Uh-oh, there's that word. Let me stop clowning. So, I was thinking about how music has brought me to the point of not feeling bad. I was incarcerated. I was put in certain places when I got caught. I was one of those people that, as they would say biblically, steal, kill, and destroy. And you would take something and you think you could take advantage, but when you get caught, you suffer what's known as the wrath and indignation of such nonsense. A lot of people don't know what nonsense means. They just get into it, and then when somebody calls it that, oh my God, is that what I'm doing? And maybe that happened to me because when I found out it was nonsense, then I started making sense out of things. Now, that's like fast forwarding to now, but I want to go back to later. Oops, am I saying it right? Later? No, yesterday, because later is future, but yesterday. Yesterday, I went through some hard times because I didn't really do what people told me to do. I got in trouble, got busted, got caught. And usually in this world, you get caught, you go to jail, or you get beat up, or you get hurt, or you get dead. I don't know, whatever. You suffer the consequences. That's what happens. And I pretty much look like I haven't suffered too many consequences, and if I did, I wouldn't be here to tell you. So I'm fortunate. Now I get an opportunity to tell you how I went through it. Because eventually things happen. I got busted for doing this and doing that, and eventually I ended up going to the California Youth Authority. And that's like before you get to prison. You're too young to go to prison. But in California, they had a place where you can hang out with them, and boy, if you didn't learn then, oh. So they sent me up north first to Tracy, and then they sent me down to YTS. That's interesting because YTS was like, oh, that was kindergarten. But things got so bad they turned that place into a full course prison. Glad I got there before that happened. Because what happened, I got there and now I'm living with these hardcore people and I'm so used to, me being nurtured. Nurtured. But in this place, my goodness, things were going on. I'm not going to get too personal with it because it wasn't personal with me. What I did learn is that when they found out I could, or maybe I had an interest in music, they put me in this class. And man, I'm already playing what I'm playing, but these guys were not playing it. In a nutshell, it was terrible. So I met some cool people there. I met a lot of people, but here's the beauty of it. I hung in there and I played with them, and hey, they just thought I was all that bag of crackers because, man, I met some good people, some bad people. But the funny part is, one day I played some classical music, and the teacher, he couldn't even play an instrument, poor thing. But when he heard me, he told the warden and he told everybody, and then all of a sudden, I became a celebrity. People come up to me, wanted to take me out, and boo boo, and people that's locked up, they don't go nowhere. You stay in your jail cell and you just be there. Here I am eating with the staff, and my goodness. There's three ways of living. You can be part of the monarchy, you can be a part of the other two. Hmm. What is that other one? The one that you just, um, oh, it's terrible. But let me go here and say this. Music opened up the doors, because if you qualify, it opens up doors that you can't open. And once they're open, you really can't close them. So you got to protect that. You got to represent yourself all the time. I have to admit, I didn't do that because I kind of took it for granted, and it gets bad until. Today I'm kind of happy about where I'm at. I'm thinking about the fact I'm happy about it, but wait until I grow up some more. I'm just beginning. Now, I'm supposed to talk about all the other things because it really is just that one little part of life that when you realize what you can do, as somebody put it, you eliminate the contractions. Hmm. There's that word again. Con. And then the real word, track. Stay on track. You don't want to go with the track or without the track. Go with the track. That probably meant the contraction. I remember contractions when it was like cannot and can't. So you put a little thing. That's almost like Xmas. Okay, now I know I'm rambling. So what about that for some editing? Nevertheless, um, that process of being in bad places, music always took me out of it. Say you got locked up, I went to prison, and I was reminded of Leadbelly. He got out of jail. I don't know what the situation was, but music makes it better. Everybody responds to music. It's how you play it that people respond. What do I mean by that? I'm not going to play dead music to dead folks. Or maybe I have to think about what I'm saying here. You said don't edit this, but think about it. Dancing music's going to make me dance. Happy music's going to make me happy. Now, oh boy, I'm going to leave that one alone. I will go back to one more thing. We had some fun playing music with people and without people. Nowadays, I think I play without people because nobody's here right now. I mean, Linda's here, but she's doing her thing. But I'm here. And if nobody else is here, the Lord is here. So here I am talking to me and myself and the Lord. How about that? About to present it to you. But anyway, I'm going to let this run. Let's just call this a sample of what's really going on, and I'll get back with you tomorrow and see what all this rambling is all about. Because now I can detail it and put some stripes on it. I might can put some circles. Who knows? But anyway, it's running and we funning. Oh, that reminds me of what we said. Monday is fun day. How about that? Okay, let me trying to shut this thing off here now. But let me do it like this because you said don't edit it. I see it. All right, here we are. Boom.